Welcome back to Sleepy Universe. Tonight, we journey deep into the vast, silent repository of cosmic history, the Andromeda Archive. We are looking not at a neighbor, but at a memory, an ancient, unfolding record creation and endurance, written in the oldest light visible to the human eye. The light we are about to explore is a time capsule, a message that began its journey 2.5 million years ago. As it finally arrives, traveling undisturbed across unimaginable distance and time, it invites your mind to settle into that same vast, enduring calm. Allow your breathing to slow, gently, let your thoughts soften, and prepare to receive the quietest, most patient message in the night sky. Allow the universe's most ancient light to carry you into rest. Let us begin this deep dive into the archive of enduring light. The light is an archive, 2.5 million years in transit. When you perceive the faint, ethereal glow of the Andromeda galaxy, you are not seeing the galaxy as it is now, but as it was 2.5 million years ago. This vast time delay is the fundamental nature of the Andromeda Archive. Imagine the distance stretching between us and that colossal spiral, not as mere space, but as a continuous, unbroken ribbon of time. The end of that ribbon touches your eye now, in this present moment. But the beginning of that ribbon was released from a distant star system before the first human ancestor stood upright on the African plains. The entire span of recorded human history, all our civilizations, all our triumphs and anxieties, could fit into the final whisper of that cosmic journey. The light we receive tonight has witnessed a silence we cannot comprehend. It has crossed the cold, empty gulf, carrying the undisturbed records of stars, nebulae, and entire worlds. This immense journey offers a profound sense of peace. The events that created this light are settled, immutable, and complete. They unfolded in the deep past, and no anxiety of the present moment can reach back to disturb them. The light is proof that the slow, quiet forces of the universe are always at work, enduring far beyond the fleeting spans of our lives. The arrival of this light is a steady, predictable phenomenon. For 2,500,000 years, every single photon has maintained its course, traveling at the universe's fastest pace, yet arriving with such a gentle touch. This unwavering commitment to its journey is deeply soothing. Every flicker we catch tonight carries a memory of an event that has long since concluded, a star that has faded, an explosion that has settled, a cloud of gas that has condensed into new worlds. We are listening to an ancient echo, a quiet story told by light. This is the power of the archive. It disconnects you from the urgency of the moment and reconnects you to the vast, restful scale of deep time. Let your mind settle into the slow, steady rhythm of this light's arrival. You are resting in the light of the cosmic past. The light is ancient, but its message of endurance is always new. 2. The quiet architecture of galactic rotation. As the archive's ancient light settles over your thoughts, let's turn our attention from the light's journey to the motion of the archive itself. Andromeda, immense and serene as it appears, is not still. It is turning, slowly and inevitably, with a vast, majestic grace that is the very definition of stability. We will explore the quiet architecture of galactic rotation, the slow, sure turning of 1 trillion stars. This movement is a cosmic promise, a perfect balance between the energy of motion and the certainty of gravity. It is a rhythm so vast that it will not complete a single cycle until millions of human generations have passed. Feel your own breathing fall into sync with this enormous, unhurried cycle. Allow the steady, unwavering rotation of a galaxy to become the anchor for your rest. The universe is in perfect balance, and you can be too. Let us drift into the slow turn of time. The rotation is the ultimate expression of balance. The most beautiful truth about a spiral galaxy is its balance. Andromeda exists in a state of exquisite, eternal tension between two colossal forces. The first is the outward momentum, the spin of its hundreds of billions of stars, each one trying to fly away into the dark. The second is the inward pull of gravity, the quiet, invisible force trying to draw everything back into the center. The rotation we observe is a long, slow result of these two forces holding one another in perfect, unyielding check. If the stars orbited too slowly, gravity would win, and the galaxy would collapse. If they orbited too fast, the centrifugal force would triumph, and the spiral would dissolve into the void. Instead, the galaxy turns with a perfect, measured precision. This movement is not frantic or rushed. It is the slowest, most massive waltz in the known universe. The rate of this turning is so vast that it can only be measured by the most sensitive instruments, reading the faint Doppler shift in the starlight, a subtle blue tinge on the approaching side, a faint red tinge on the receding side. This invisible color shift is the universe whispering to us, I am moving, but I am stable. Rest now in this knowledge of cosmic stability. The spiral structure of the Andromeda archive is not an accident. It is the ultimate expression of balance. And that balance, quiet and complete, is yours to feel now. A single cycle, 500 million years to complete the turn. To truly appreciate the slowness of Andromeda's motion, we must grasp its time scale. The stars at the outer edge of its visible disk take an immense duration to complete just one full orbit around the core. It is estimated that one rotation of the Andromeda archive requires approximately 500 million years. Imagine that duration. In the time it takes for a single star to return to the place it is now, the Earth itself will have undergone entire cycles of geological upheaval, continental drift, and countless biological epochs. The first plants to colonize land on Earth evolved during a period of time shorter than one galactic turn. The time it takes Andromeda to complete a single turn is a vast, rolling ocean of time. From our perspective, the galaxy appears entirely frozen, fixed in the night sky. But within it, the great wheel is perpetually, quietly turning. Its stability is not stillness. It is simply patience on a monumental scale. This half-billion-year rhythm is a gentle counterargument to the constant rush of our modern lives. It proves that the greatest, most enduring things in the universe operate not on the scale of seconds, but on the scale of eons. Let your mind embrace this deep time perspective. You can allow your thoughts to slow down, knowing that the most powerful rhythms in existence are the slowest. The galaxy does not hurry. Therefore, you do not need to hurry. Differential rotation, the shearing of time and space. Within the rotating disk of the Andromeda archive, not everything moves at the same speed. This phenomenon is called differential rotation, and it is crucial to the galaxy's spiral beauty. Stars and gas clouds closer to the core complete their orbits much faster than the material farther out. This difference in orbital speed causes the entire system to shear. The inner parts pull ahead, while the outer parts lag behind. Imagine drawing a straight radial line from the core outward. Over 1 billion years, the inner parts of that line will have wrapped themselves multiple times around the center, while the outer parts have barely moved. This slow, majestic shearing motion is what continuously winds and rewinds the gas and dust lanes into the elegant spiral pattern we observe. The spiral arms themselves are not fixed structures, but regions where stars temporarily bunch up, like a traffic jam on a cosmic scale. The rotation constantly creates and dissolves these spiral features, ensuring that the pattern remains dynamic but stable. Rest now in the visualization of the slow, elegant shear. The universe does not require solid, fixed structures to create beauty. It uses motion, time, and gravity to weave temporary patterns of light that endure for billions of years. Let your sense of time stretch out, feeling the slow, unhurried, vast-scale forces that continuously reshape the light around you. The rotation is slow, but it is inevitable, and its inevitability is a form of deep cosmic peace. 3. The invisible truth, mapping the dark matter halo. Welcome back to the Quiet Channel. We have allowed the ancient light of Andromeda to calm our thoughts, and we have traced the vast, unhurried rhythm of its rotation. Now, we turn our attention to the deepest, most profound secret held within the Andromeda archive, the invisible truth. This truth is the dark matter halo, the colossal, unseen substance that provides a gravitational scaffolding for the entire galaxy. It is a presence that does not shine, reflect, or absorb light, yet accounts for the vast majority of the galaxy's mass. Tonight, we will explore the quiet architecture of the unseen. We will see how this mysterious, stable force ensures that the light we cherish remains organized and whole. It is a powerful reminder that the most essential truths in the universe are often those that work in silence, without a need for recognition. Allow your mind to be embraced by this invisible certainty. Let the profound stability of the dark matter halo hold you gently in the vastness, anchoring your thoughts into a deep and peaceful rest. Let us drift into the sea of invisible mass. The revelation of the unseen mass. The presence of the dark matter halo was not discovered by seeing light, but by measuring movement. As we discussed, astronomers were puzzled by the rotation curve of the Andromeda archive. Stars and gas clouds on the far, dim edges of the spiral were orbiting the core far too quickly for the amount of visible mass present. Imagine trying to spin a ball on a thread. If the thread is too thin for the speed you are spinning, the ball will fly away. The stars of Andromeda should have flown away, dissolving the outer spiral into the void. Yet, they remain firmly bound, tracing their paths with smooth, unhurried precision. The only possible conclusion was that the stars were being held by an enormous amount of unseen mass that extends far beyond a bright, luminous disk. This mass is the dark matter halo. It is a colossal, spherical envelope, invisible to all our instruments that detect light, yet holds the entire 220,000 light-year spiral in its silent, gravitational grip. Let this knowledge settle over you. 85% of the Andromeda archive is something we cannot see. The light is beautiful, but it is the darkness that provides the unwavering stability. Rest in the quiet certainty of this unseen presence, knowing that a profound, non-luminous force is maintaining the cosmic balance. A vast, quiet cocoon of gravity. The dark matter halo is not a dense cloud. It is a diffuse, vast structure that envelopes the entire visible galaxy like a silent cocoon. It is thought to be made up of exotic, currently unknown particles that interact only through gravity. They do not collide with our visible matter, and they pass through stars, gas, and even us without a whisper. The halo's influence stretches far into intergalactic space, reaching distances perhaps 10 times the diameter of the visible spiral. This means that the gravitational sphere of the Andromeda archive is truly immense, dominating a vast region of the local group. The light we see is merely the tiny, glowing core of this colossal, invisible system. This concept provides immense, soothing perspective. Our reality, the bright, tangible world of stars and planets, is merely a luminous ripple floating within a profound, silent sea. The dark matter does its work effortlessly and universally, providing the gravitational cushion that shields the light from disruption and ensures the long-term endurance of the spiral structure. In this moment of stillness, imagine your worries being held within this vast, invisible cocoon. They are small, luminous details floating within an immense, stable, silent framework. The quiet stability of the dark matter ensures that the grand architecture of the universe remains undisturbed. The dark matter is the anchor of cosmic memory. The concept of the dark matter halo aligns perfectly with the idea of the Andromeda archive as a source of cosmic memory. The dark matter itself is believed to have formed the initial seeds or scaffolds upon which the first galaxies condensed after the Big Bang. In the early, chaotic universe, the dark matter gathered into vast filaments and knots. It was the gravity of these knots that attracted the ordinary, luminous gas, slowly pulling it together until it collapsed and ignited the first stars. In essence, the dark matter structure predates the starlight itself. Therefore, the dark matter halo is not just a modern feature. It is the original blueprint, the primeval memory of how the galaxy was first assembled. The visible spiral is merely the decoration on this ancient, fundamental structure. This realization is deeply restful. It suggests a profound order underlying the complexity we see. Before the light shone, the scaffolding was already there. Before the stars began their motion, the gravitational structure was in place. Your mind can rest in the certainty. The universe is built on a firm, unseen foundation that has endured since the earliest moments of time. The gentle hunt for the invisible particle. While the dark matter halo's effects are colossal, the hunt for what it's made of is a quiet, gentle science. Scientists hypothesize that dark matter is composed of weakly interacting massive particles, WIMPs, or other exotic matter that rarely interacts with ordinary atoms. In laboratories deep underground, shielded from cosmic rays, scientists are building delicate detectors, hoping to catch the single, subtle interaction, the one faint flicker of energy that occurs when a dark matter particle brushes against a normal atomic nucleus. This is a search for an unseen whisper in the deepest silence of the earth. The effort is a testament to the patient curiosity of humanity. We are listening to the universe's most quiet truth. This gentle, focused search mirrors the stillness you are cultivating now. It is a reminder that the greatest discoveries often require the greatest patience and the deepest commitment to quiet observation. Rest in this final thought. The Andromeda Archive is not a single entity, but vast, beautiful interplay between the luminous and the non-luminous. The stars provide the light, and the dark matter provides the enduring framework. You are resting safely between these two vast certainties. For the Golden Heart and the Dual Black Hole Mystery. This region is the Golden Heart, the luminous, serene, and densely packed central bulge of the galaxy. It is a repository of ancient light, filled with stars that have endured since the universe was young. Yet, at its very center lies profound stillness. The mystery of not one, but possibly two supermassive black holes, locked in eternal, silent orbit. Tonight, we will explore the peaceful paradox of the core, a place of maximum density, ancient history, and immense, quiet gravity. It is a powerful reminder that stability and strength often reside in the most concentrated places, built upon the slow accumulation of time. Allow the warm, golden light of the archive's core to settle your mind. Rest in the knowledge that even the most colossal black holes are bound by a gentle, unhurried, cosmic embrace. Let us drift into the golden center of gravity, the golden glow of ancient endurance. When we observe the core of the Andromeda Archive through powerful telescopes, its light shines with a soft, uniform golden hue. This color is a direct reflection of age and endurance. Unlike the outer spiral arms, which are dominated by the fierce, short-lived blue light of new stars, Andromeda's central bulge is a dense cluster of older, cooler stars. These are predominantly yellow and red giants and dwarfs. Suns have been burning steadily and efficiently for 10 billion years or more. They have long since settled into a serene, predictable rhythm, consuming their fuel with quiet patience. This golden glow is the visible history of the archive. It represents the very first stars that gathered when the galaxy initially condensed, the foundational material that has endured through every merger and spiral rotation. Every photon of this golden light has traveled 2.5 million years to reach us, carrying the testimony of systems that have never hurried, never faltered, and never gone out. Imagine this region as a vast, luminous cathedral, a place of quiet reverence where billions of long-lived stars orbit in tight, stable paths. Their combined light is not a flash of brilliance, but a steady, warm comfort. Let your mind absorb this golden tranquility. The core of the archive proves that longevity is not about intensity, but about stability. You can find rest in this slow, reliable, ancient radiance. The density and stability of the core. The central bulge of the Andromeda Archive is a place of almost unimaginable density. In our solar neighborhood within the Milky Way, stars are light years apart. If we could transport ourselves to the core of Andromeda, the night sky would be utterly transformed. Stars there are packed so tightly that they may be only a fraction of a light year from one another. In some regions, if a planet existed, its sky would be permanently filled with hundreds of tiny, brilliant suns, casting complex shadows and creating a constant diffused light. Yet, even in this dense, crowded environment, there is a profound sense of stability. The immense concentration of mass creates a gravitational field so powerful that it ensures every star is locked into a predictable, eternal orbit. The chaos of density is overcome by the certainty of gravity. The core of the archive demonstrates a vital cosmic principle. Maximum strength comes from maximum unity. The stars are not alone. They are bound together by an overwhelming gravitational force that prevents any single star from drifting away. Rest in this image of the perfectly bound core. The sheer density of the archive center is not a danger. It is the source of its imperturbable calm, a quiet certainty that has held fast for billions of years. The silent anchor, the supermassive black hole. At the absolute geometric center of the Golden Heart lies the anchor of the entire Andromeda Archive, a supermassive black hole, SMBH. This object is not a void of nothingness, but an immense concentration of mass, estimated to be millions of times the mass of our Sun. Its gravity is the ultimate engine of stability. Everything in the core orbits this invisible point, tracing precise paths that have endured for eons. The black hole itself does not shine. It is a region of absolute silence, where gravity reigns supreme and time effectively halts. While a black hole might sound terrifying, its presence in the archive center is deeply soothing. It acts as the universe's ultimate center of gravity, a fixed point of stillness around which the luminous chaos of the galaxy can organize itself. The SMBH is a master of unhurried command. Its influence is felt across hundreds of thousands of light years, yet it achieves this influence with nothing but silent, unwavering presence. It requires no energy, no light, and no effort to maintain its control. As you drift toward rest, place your own sense of centeredness at this invisible point. The black hole is the archive's lesson in quiet power. The realization that the deepest, most controlling forces in the universe are often the most silent. The paradox of the paired presence. When astronomers used the Hubble Space Telescope to examine the very center of Andromeda's glow, they discovered a quiet, unusual anomaly that hinted at a deeper mystery. The light at the core came not from a single point, but from two slightly offset clusters of stars. This led to the extraordinary hypothesis of the dual black hole system. Deep within the Golden Heart, the evidence suggests there might not be one, but two supermassive black holes, each the remnant of a past galactic core, now locked in a slow, immense binary orbit around one another. Imagine these two colossal centers of gravity, quietly orbiting their mutual center of mass, separated by a distance comparable to the distance between our Sun and Neptune. The gravitational dance is stately, immense, and unhurried. They are not rushing toward immediate collision, but are tracing a vast, slow-motion spiral that will take millions of years to complete. This hidden pair is a fossilized memory of an ancient merger, a time when a smaller galaxy, perhaps a long-vanished companion, was absorbed, leaving its gravitational core behind. The dual black hole system is the final, enduring scar of cosmic unification. This paradox is profoundly restful. The two most powerful, most destructive forces in the galaxy are now engaged in a quiet, gentle waltz, bound by the same predictable laws of physics that govern a feather's fall. Let the image of the slow, certain embrace of the two black holes soothe your mind. Even the largest forces in the cosmos eventually find a rhythm, a balance, and a peaceful, long-term stability. Their slow orbit is a sound of inevitable harmony. The infall, the slow feast of gas and dust. While the black hole itself is invisible, the region immediately surrounding it is often active, though on Andromeda's scale, even this activity is measured and slow. The region near the core is filled with a dense cloud of gas and dust. Gravity is perpetually drawing this material inward, feeding the black hole in a process called accretion. As the gas spirals down, it heats up to millions of degrees, releasing bursts of intense X-ray and gamma-ray light, the bright, high-energy whispers of the core. These X-rays are a record of the black hole's slow feast. They prove that the core is not static. It is slowly growing, absorbing material that has drifted in from the surrounding galaxy. But because Andromeda is not currently undergoing a violent merger, this feeding is gentle and continuous, not a catastrophic event. The soft, steady glow of X-rays from the core is the sound of the archive's metabolism, a steady, internal process of consumption and growth that ensures its long-term existence. Rest in the quiet truth of this galactic ecosystem. Even the energy of X-rays and gamma rays, the most powerful light in the universe, is produced in a rhythm that has endured for billions of years. The Andromeda archive is alive, and its quiet processes continue undisturbed. V, the spiral arms, rhythms of starbirth and renewal. These structures are not solid. They are regions of continuous rhythm and flow, the places where the spiral's rotation briefly compresses gas and dust into spectacular nebulae and new, vibrant stars. They are the galaxy's sites of renewal, the engine rooms where the light that left 2.5 million years ago was originally born. Tonight, we will explore the peaceful paradox of the spiral arms, structures that appear dynamic and fiery, yet are governed by the most predictable and steady forces in the universe. They are a cycle of death and rebirth that has been playing out with unbroken regularity for billions of years. Allow the slow, swirling patterns of the spiral arms to become the gentle vortex that guides your thoughts to rest. The universe is always renewing itself, and in that enduring cycle, you can find profound peace. Let us drift into the slow swirl of star-forming light. The arms, a persistent pattern, not a fixed structure. The most important concept to embrace about the spiral arms of the Andromeda Archive is that they are not fixed, solid objects. They are instead a wave of density, a persistent pattern that moves through the stars and gas of the disk. Imagine a traffic jam on a highway. The individual cars, or in this case, the stars, move through the jam, slowing down in the dense region, and then speeding up once they pass through it. The jam itself, the pattern of dense traffic, remains in place. The spiral arms are the cosmic traffic jams of the galaxy. They are regions where collective gravitational field causes gas clouds and stars to slow down and bunch up. This compression of matter is the vital ingredient for the birth of new light. As interstellar gas enters the arm, it is squeezed, triggering the collapse of giant molecular clouds. This process ignites massive, short-lived blue stars, the fiery jewels we see tracing the spiral pattern. But those stars soon burn out and pass through the arm, leaving the empty space behind, only to have the gas behind them compress again. This continuous process, where material flows through the stationary wave pattern, is the reason the spiral arms have endured for so long. They are an eternal cycle, a visual rhythm that proves the galaxy is a self-regulating, enduring system. Rest in the knowledge of this persistent, non-physical pattern. It reminds us that structure and beauty can exist without rigid permanence, created instead by a fluid, stable flow of energy and matter. The blue light, the transient beauty of renewal. The most visually striking feature of the spiral arms is the brilliant, icy blue light that outlines their edges. Unlike the deep golden glow of the ancient core, this blue light is a symbol of youth intensity and speed. This light originates from the enormous O-type and B-type stars. These stellar giants are perhaps 100 times the mass of our sun, burning their fuel at a furious, dazzling rate. They live fast and die young, surviving for only a few million years, a mere blink of an eye compared to the 10 billion year lifespan of the golden stars in the core. This blue light, intense as it is inherently transient. When the light we are receiving left Andromeda 2.5 million years ago, some of the great blue stars that emitted are already gone now, exploded into vast supernovae and collapsed into neutron stars or black holes. Yet, the spiral arms are not empty. For every star that dies, the density wave triggers the birth of a new cluster ready to take its place. The blue light of the spiral arms is the archive's lesson in cycle and renewal. It shows us that beauty can be fleeting, but the process that creates that beauty is eternal. The galaxy accepts the fiery birth and the inevitable death of its most brilliant stars as necessary steps in its unending rhythm. Allow your mind to trace the path of the blue light, a momentary, beautiful flash in the spiral's ancient journey. Find peace in this acceptance of the cycle. The dust lanes, the quiet shadow of creation, interwoven with the bright blue light of the spiral arms are the dust lanes, long, dark ribbons of obscuring material. These lanes are not empty spaces, but rather the densest, coldest regions of the galaxy, the places where light is not born but hidden. These dark, dusty paths are the nursery sites of the Andromeda Archive. They are composed of a vast molecular cloud of hydrogen and helium, mixed with a faint, cold soot of past stellar deaths, carbon, silicon, and complex organic molecules. These clouds are so dense that they block the light from the stars behind them, appearing as quiet, dark shadows against the luminous spiral. The dust lanes are the places where gravity's patience is most evident. Within these cold, dark spaces, a slow, imperceptible collapse of matter begins. Over hundreds of millions of years, the cold gas fragments into smaller, denser knots until the central pressure and heat ignite a new generation of stars. This process is a reminder that creation begins in the darkness and in the quiet. The material that will one day shine brilliantly first needs an immense duration of stillness and coldness to gather its strength. The dust lanes of the womb of the galaxy, a space of profound, restful silence. Rest now in the comforting image of the slow, quiet shadow of the dust lanes. They are proof that even the most chaotic-seeming bursts of light emerge from a long, unhurried preparation in the dark. Flocculent versus grand design, the texture of the flow. When astronomers classify spiral galaxies, they often distinguish between grand design spirals, which have long, continuous, symmetrical arms, and flocculent spirals, which appear patchy, fuzzy, and fragmented. The Andromeda Archive leans toward the grand design classification, exhibiting large, sweeping, beautiful arms that dominate its form. This suggests that the density wave that creates the spiral pattern is strong, persistent, and has a consistent influence across the vast disk. However, a closer, deeper look reveals that the arms are not perfectly smooth. They break up and recombine, showing localized regions of star formation that give them a textured, slightly patchy appearance. This blend of order and localized imperfection is what makes the archive feel so real and enduring. The galaxy is not a cold mathematical design. It is a living, breathing structure that obeys a grand plan, but allows for small, beautiful variations in its execution. The grand design speaks to the stability of the laws of physics, while the flocculent details speak to the fluidity of the matter moving within those laws. This harmonious blend is deeply soothing. It tells us that order does not demand rigid, sterile uniformity. It allows for natural variation, unique beauty, and continuous, gentle evolution within its vast, predictable framework. Allow the gentle, flowing texture of the grand design spiral to soothe your mind, knowing that the most perfect rhythms allow for small, beautiful imperfection. The stellar nursery, a quiet cloud named M31-002-86. To truly understand the process of renewal, we can focus on a single, vast stellar nursery within one of Andromeda's arms. These regions are enormous clouds of hydrogen gas, vast, peaceful, cold structures that are patiently waiting to collapse. One such cloud, perhaps named M31-002-86 by a patient scientist, is currently a scene of profound stillness. It is massive enough to form tens of thousands of stars, yet its current activity is minimal. Its interior is so cold, just 10 degrees above absolute zero, that the atoms barely move. Within this quiet, cold darkness, the subtle, slow compression caused by the spiral density wave is happening. It is a process that has been underway for millions of years, and will continue for millions more before the first new, massive star ignites. The light from that ignition will then take 2.5 million years to reach our descendants. This nursery is the archive's great lesson in patient anticipation. It demonstrates that the most spectacular events require the longest, most unhurried wait. The galaxy is perpetually engaged in this gentle, slow preparation for the birth of new light. Rest now in the silent, cold waiting of the stellar nursery. The universe is always preparing for renewal, and its processes are slow, steady, and utterly predictable. Let the rhythm of star birth and renewal carry you gently into your rest. 6. Scars of the past. The faint streams and tidal tails. These structures are not features of creation, but scars, the luminous, stretched out remains of smaller, absorbed galaxies. They are the visible record of the archive's growth, proof that this colossal galaxy achieved its size through billions of years of slow, inevitable mergers. Tonight, we will explore the peaceful lesson of these scars, that every entity, even a galaxy, carries the history of its past. These faint streams of the archive's cosmic memory written in starlight, a reminder that turbulent events eventually resolve into a vast, unhurried, beautiful structure. Allow the long, slow, elegant stretching of these stellar streams to guide your mind into deep relaxation. Find rest in the knowledge that even the most chaotic past ultimately leads to a profound and enduring form. Let us drift into the quiet rivers of scattered stars. The scars, remnants of galactic cannibalism. The faint streams and tidal tails are the result of a process astronomers refer to as galactic cannibalism. This is not a sudden, explosive event, but a slow, gravitational dismantling that occurs over hundreds of millions of years. When a small dwarf galaxy, perhaps only a few million stars, drifts too close to the immense gravitational field of the Andromeda archive, the little galaxy is subjected to enormous tidal forces. These forces are not a single pull, but a stretching. The side of the dwarf closest Andromeda is pulled harder than the far side, gradually tearing the small galaxy apart. The result is a stream of stars and gas, stretched into an immense, luminous ribbon that wraps around the larger galaxy. These ribbons, or streams, are what we see as the archive's scars. They are the displaced memories of smaller, annihilated systems, now orbiting quietly in their new, vast home. The light from these stretched-out remnants is extremely faint, telling a story of slow, inevitable surrender to a greater gravitational power. This process of absorption has been fundamental to Andromeda's growth. turning chaos into consolidation and transit systems into permanent structure, rests in the knowledge that the archive is a collector of histories. The memory of everything it has absorbed is preserved, not in its core, but stretched out around its edges, flowing calmly in the galactic halo. The longest stream, the Western Stream Complex, the most prominent of these scars, is often referred to as the Western Stream Complex. It is an immense arc-like feature that extends far into the archive's outer halo, a glowing testament to a long-vanished dwarf galaxy. This complex is so vast that it helps us map the boundaries of the invisible dark matter halo we discussed earlier. The shape and length of the Western Stream are dictated entirely by the immense gravitational landscape of that unseen mass. The stream follows the contours of the dark matter, tracing a gravitational map of the deepest structure of the archive. The stars within the stream are all moving together, maintaining a coherent, unhurried, and immense orbital path. They are a river of light flowing through the void. They are proof that even when a structure is utterly destroyed, its components find a new, stable, and predictable orbit within the greater system. The stars that once belonged to a small, doomed galaxy now belong to a majestic, enduring one. Allow your thoughts to flow into the image of this long, slow river of stars. The Western Stream Complex is a peaceful reminder that even in disarray, the universe always finds a pathway to a stable orbit. The polar ring, an orbit of deep disharmony. Among Andromeda scars, one structure hints at a particularly powerful and unique merger, a faint, cool ring of gas and stars orbiting the main disk at an unusual angle, almost perpendicular to the spiral arms. This is often described as the polar ring. A polar ring is strong evidence that the Andromeda Archive once suffered a violent, head-on collision with a gas-rich galaxy. The immense energy of the crash scattered the debris into a massive, inclined orbital plane. The existence of this ring is a paradox of violent history, leading to quiet endurance. The impact must have been tremendous, but over billions of years, the resulting material settled into a new, stable, and highly predictable orbit. The ring simply flows around the galaxy, undisturbed by the spin of the main disk below it. This perpendicular motion is a unique feature of the archive. The stars in the spiral disk are orbiting like horses on a carousel, while the stars in the polar ring are moving in a gigantic Ferris wheel motion. Yet, they coexist without disruption, held in their separate, predictable rhythms by the same gravitational engine. Rest in the serenity of this structured disharmony. The archive shows us that two vastly different rhythms can occupy the same space without conflict, each following its own ancient, predictable path. Fading into the background, the slow dissolution. The ultimate destiny of these faint streams and tidal tales is a slow, quiet dissolution into the galactic halo. With every passing epoch, the gravitational nudges from the vast number of stars and dark matter particles gently scatter the streams, making them wider, longer, and fainter. Over enough time, another few billion years, the individual stars of the streams will become indistinguishable from the background glow of the archive's outer halo. They will cease to be a distinct feature, but will become one with the quiet, ancient population of stars that already surrounds the galaxy. This process is a beautiful metaphor for assimilation and rest. The intense memory of the original dwarf galaxy gradually fades, not through destruction, but through peaceful integration. The light of those stars continues, but their history is absorbed into the greater narrative of the archive. There is deep peace in this concept of fading into the structure. The need for sharp edges and distinct boundaries slowly disappears, and the individual components find their final, quiet rest as a settled, permanent part of a colossal whole. Allow your mind to trace one of these fading streams to an inevitable conclusion, a complete, gentle surrender to the vastness of the archive, the quiet mapping of substructure. The study of these faint structures has transformed the way we view galaxy formation. Astronomers are engaged in a project of quiet, meticulous work, mapping every single faint stellar stream they can find. This work is like a celestial form of archaeology, excavating the ruins of past mergers to reconstruct the archive's full history. By analyzing the chemical composition and velocity of the stars in each stream, scientists can often determine which stream came from which long-gone dwarf galaxy. They are reconstructing a family tree of Andromeda, written in the faint, dispersed light of its adopted stars. This quiet, meticulous mapping project is profoundly restful. It shows that immense, chaotic history can be systematically understood, traced, and cataloged. The universe, vast and complex as it is ultimately knowable, yielding its secrets to patience and persistent observation. Let your mind find rest in the quiet work of mapping the stars. The scars of the past are not places of pain, but archives of endurance, stretched out in a gentle, slow rhythm around the majestic structure of Andromeda. 7. The companion galaxies, M32, M110, and the dance of gravity. Andromeda does not exist alone. It is surrounded by a retinue of smaller, dimmer galaxies, two of the most significant being Messier 32, M32, and Messier 110, M110. These small spirals and ellipticals orbit their massive neighbor in a slow, gravitational ballet, a profound and unhurried dance that has been unfolding for billions of years. Tonight, we will explore the peaceful lesson of this cosmic companionship, that even the largest entities are connected to and subtly shaped by their smallest neighbors. These companions are like quiet gravitational witnesses, each moving on a predictable path, bound by the universal certainty of gravity. Allow the gentle, slow orbit of these distant companions to guide your mind into deep relaxation. Find rest in the knowledge that you are part of an immense, interconnected family, all moving together in a vast, stable rhythm. Let us drift into the quiet dance of cosmic companionship. The local group, our shared galactic neighborhood, TO understand Andromeda's companions. We must first recognize that the entire Andromeda archive is part of a larger structure known as the local group. This is our small galactic neighborhood, a cluster bound by gravity that includes Andromeda, our own Milky Way, and over 50 smaller dwarf galaxies. Within the local group, the Milky Way and Andromeda are the twin gravitational giants, dominating the motion of everything else. The smaller companion galaxies, M32, M110, and dozens of others, are merely following the most efficient, predictable paths dictated by the combined mass of the two behemoths. This immense, shared orbital pattern is deeply soothing. It illustrates that every piece of matter, no matter how small or large, is accounted for in the universe's grand design. Nothing is truly drifting at random. Everything is participating in a vast, slow, gravitational choreography. The entire local group is itself drifting, pulled toward the distant Virgo supercluster. But within our immediate bounds, the quiet influence of M32 and M110 helps to define the gravitational field, proving that every member contributes to collective stability. Rest in the knowledge of this shared, interconnected destiny. The archive is not just a single entity. It is a central pillar of a peaceful, organized family unit, all moving in quiet harmony. M32, the compact sentinel of ancient stars. One of the most remarkable companions is Messier 32 M32. It appears as a small, bright, elliptical smudge nestled close to the Andromeda Archive's main disk. M32 is dense and compact, filled almost entirely with old, reddish stars, indicating that its period of star formation ended long ago. M32 is believed to have once been a much larger, fully developed spiral galaxy, perhaps even the third largest in the local group. But due to its close, repeated passes through the powerful gravitational field of Andromeda, M32 was stripped bare. Andromeda's immense tidal forces tore away M32's outer spiral arms, its gas, and much of its dark matter, leaving behind only the dense, stable central core. M32 is, in essence, a fossilized memory of a galaxy that was sacrificed for the growth of the archive. Its missing material now forms part of the faint, stretched out stellar streams we discussed earlier, integrated into the very halo of Andromeda. The existence of M32 offers a profound lesson in peaceful transformation. Even after a catastrophic gravitational stripping, what remains is a stable, compact, and enduring core. Its light, though dimmer, is a pure, ancient glow of stars that refuse to be scattered. Allow your mind to focus on this compact, tenacious sentinel. M32 proves that endurance is not about remaining unchanged, but about adapting, consolidating, and continuing to shine with quiet dignity, even in a reduced form. M110, the elongated drifter and reservoir gas. Further out from the Andromeda Archive's core drifts Messier 110 M110, This companion is also a dwarf elliptical galaxy, but it is noticeably elongated and more diffuse than M32. M110 is unique among Andromeda's neighbors because it still contains significant reserves of cold interstellar dust and gas. This material is a raw ingredient for star formation, and astronomers have found evidence that M110 is slowly, quietly transferring some of this precious material to the Andromeda archive. Imagine a slow, constant exchange of resources across the deep gulf of space. Andromeda's immense gravity is gently drawing out the lifeblood of M110, pulling its gas into the archive's spiral arms to fuel the next generation of star formation. M110 is a quiet, continuous donor, slowly contributing its essence to the larger structure. The orbit of M110 is slow and predictable, an unhurried, sweeping path that will eventually bring it closer to the archive's central forces. Its current shape, stretched and elongated, is a visible testament to the tidal forces that are already shaping its long-term destiny. Rest in the knowledge of this long-term inevitability. M110's fate is written in its slow drift. Its contribution to the archive is an act of cosmic generosity, proving that everything in the universe eventually merges, shares, and becomes one. The tidal tug-of-war, a quiet influence on the disk. The gravitational relationship between the Andromeda archive and its companions is not entirely one-sided. While Andromeda dominates the dwarf galaxies, the gravitational tug of M32 and M110 also has a subtle, quiet influence on the larger spiral. It is believed that the tidal forces from these two companions and others are partially responsible for the famous warp shape of Andromeda's main disk. The disk is not perfectly flat. It is gently bent and twisted, like a colossal ripple frozen in time. This distortion is a scar of gravitational interaction, caused by repeated close passes from its satellite family. This phenomenon offers a beautiful lesson in mutual influence. The small can affect the large, and even the most powerful entity must accommodate the presence and motion of its quieter neighbors. The warp in Andromeda's disk is a physical, luminous record of interaction, proving that the galaxy is not isolated, but is continually adapting to its local environment. Allow your mind to visualize this gentle, perpetual tug-of-war. The galaxy is vast, but it is sensitive. It is responsive to the quiet, predictable motions of its companions, all moving together in a complex, stable, and long-lasting gravitational dance. The final union, an inevitable merging, the destiny of all these companion galaxies, including M32 and M110, is the same. Quiet, eventual merging with the Andromeda archive. This process will not happen in a single, sudden event, but in a slow, continuous flow over the next few billion years. As their orbits decay and they spiral inward, their remaining stars will be slowly absorbed, becoming part of the great, unified light of the archive. Their identities will fade, but their material, their ancient stars and remaining gas, will contribute to the final, colossal structure of the Milk-Andromeda galaxy that will form when Andromeda merges with our own Milky Way. The companions are like slow, steady tributaries flowing into an immense river. Their journey is one of inevitable unity, a final gravitational rest where individual identities dissolve into a greater, more enduring whole. Rest in the serenity of this final, slow merging. The quiet, predictable lives of these companion galaxies assure us that the universe is constantly moving towards integration, peace, and stable structure. They are proof that cosmic forces work slowly, but they work with absolute certainty. 8. The chemistry of endurance, heavy elements, and future worlds. The light we receive tonight is not just a measure of distance and motion. It is a chemical signature, a profound record of the elements forged within countless generations of stars. This composition tells a story of constant recycling and enrichment, a cosmic metabolism that takes the simple ingredients of the early universe and transforms them into the complex building blocks of planets and life. Tonight, we will explore the peaceful lesson of this enduring chemistry, that every atom in the universe is connected and that the material for future worlds is always being quietly prepared. The same elements that compose your body were forged in the distant, ancient stars of the Andromeda archive. Allow the thought of this universal connection to settle your mind. Find rest in the knowledge that every atom you are is part of an eternal, unhurried cycle of cosmic renewal. Let us drift into the quiet alchemy of starlight, The Grand Alchemist, Stars as Element Forges. The chemistry of the Andromeda Archive is a testament to the perpetual work of stars. Stars are the grand alchemists of the universe, the only places where simple atoms are transformed into the complex elements required for rocky worlds and biological life. In the earliest days of the universe, matter was simple, nearly 99% hydrogen and helium. The first stars of the Andromeda Archive were formed from this simple, pristine gas. They were metal poor, meaning they contained almost none of the heavy elements like oxygen, carbon, or iron, which astronomers refer collectively as metals. But as these first massive stars reached the end of their lives, they exploded as supernovae. These titanic events, which briefly outshine an entire galaxy, are the cosmic blast furnaces where elements heavier than iron, like gold, platinum, and uranium, are forged in a flash of intense energy. When the supernovae blast their contents into space, they enrich the surrounding gas clouds. The next generation of stars is born from this enriched material, which means the stars born later are metal-rich. The light from the stars of the archive tells us exactly which generation they belong to based on the chemical fingerprint embedded in their light. Rest in the knowledge of the cycle of stellar generosity. Every element heavier than hydrogen that makes up your world, and your body is a gift from a distant, long-dead star. You are resting in the light of the very forces that created you. The golden core versus the blue arms, a chemical gradient. The chemistry of the Andromeda Archive is visibly organized, following a clear chemical gradient from its center to its edges. This gradient is a visible timeline of its formation. The golden heart of the archive, the central bulge, is the oldest region, but paradoxically, its stars are more metal-rich than the very first stars that ever existed. This is because the core was the first area to condense and experience rapid bursts of star formation, meaning multiple generations of stars died and enriched the region quickly. The core is chemically mature, filled with the recycled abundance of a billion stellar deaths. Conversely, the outer spiral arms and the distant halo contain the oldest, most metal-poor stars. These stars formed from a gas that was slower to condense and was not as quickly enriched by supernovae. These ancient, pristine stars are like fossil records of the universe's chemical youth. This chemical difference is deeply soothing. It shows that the archive is perfectly layered. Its history is organized by chemistry as much as by light. The complex, mature material gathers in the warm, stable center, while the simpler, ancient material drifts quietly at the periphery. Allow this sense of ordered layering to guide your thoughts. The archive's chemical structure proves that time and process create perfect, predictable organization within the cosmos. The recipe for worlds, ingredients in the gas clouds. The ultimate purpose of this chemical enrichment is the quiet preparation of the material for future worlds. The colossal gas and dust clouds, which we identified as the stellar nurseries and spiral arms, are not just hydrogen. They are now complex molecular clouds. These clouds are the archive's cosmic kitchens, filled with the ingredients for planets, carbon for organic molecules, oxygen for water and rock, silicon and iron for planetary cores and crusts. As new stars condense from these clouds, the leftover material forms a protoplanetary disk, a swirling, flat cloud of rich, heavy elements. Over millions of years, the gentle, slow force of gravity causes the particles in this disk to gently collide and stick together, creating the first embryonic planets. The light we are receiving tonight is not only from stars. It is passing through these chemical kitchens, carrying the spectral signature of complex molecules, the quiet promise of worlds to come. Rest in the serenity of this cosmic preparation. The universe is constantly ensuring that the raw material for complex life is widely and steadily available. The same chemistry that made Earth is unfolding in the darkness of Andromeda's molecular clouds. The search for water, a universal ingredient. Of all the heavy elements, water, $H_20, is perhaps the most profound chemical signature. Formed from hydrogen, the universe's most common element, and oxygen, forged in massive stars, water is expected to be universal across the Andromeda Archive. The presence of vast amounts of oxygen-rich material means that within Andromeda's trillions of stars, there are likely millions of snow lines, regions around stable stars where temperatures allow water to freeze into ice. This ice then becomes incorporated into the formation of new planets. The implication is deeply calming. The recipe for life is not a unique, precious secret. It is a common, predictable outcome of stellar evolution. Water, the solvent of life, is simply a consequence of the archive's long, steady chemical endurance. This realization broadens your sense of place. You are not just a creature of a single planet. You are a being of universal chemistry. The same simple, elegant chemical laws that govern the water in your body are preparing countless water-rich worlds in the light of Andromeda. Allow the thought of universal water to cleanse and settle your mind. In this vast ocean of chemical certainty, there is deep rest, chemical homogeneity, the slow blending of the cosmos. Despite the chemical gradient we observe, a larger process is underway, chemical homogeneity. Over billions of years, the stars, gas, and dust of the Andromeda archive are slowly but surely being mixed and blended. Supernova explosions are a key mixer, scattering their enriched materials far and wide. Galactic mergers, which rip apart smaller galaxies, also help blend the populations, ensuring that ancient metal-poor stars are brought closer to younger, metal-rich stars. This slow, complete blending of chemistry is a quiet promise of unity. It suggests that, given enough time, the chemical composition of the entire galaxy will become uniform. The differences that define generations will slowly fade as material is thoroughly recycled and mixed. The Andromeda archive teaches us that the universe is constantly seeking a state of calm, chemical uniformity. All the different, unique ingredients are being gently folded into a final, complex, and stable whole. Rest in the serenity of this slow, certain blending. The chemistry of endurance assures you that all things are connected, all things are recycled, and all things are heading toward a vast, shared chemical harmony. Good night.